I have that story, that's wonderful story in the Bible, in the passage of the Gospel of John chapter 2. And we will be reading from verse 1 to 11. Now the Bible says, "And the third day, there was a marriage in Cana of Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there." Verse 2, "And both Jesus was called and his disciples to the marriage, and when they wanted wine, the mother of Jesus said unto him, They have no wine." So take note of that, okay? They have no wine, Mary said. "And Jesus said unto her, unto Mary, Woman, what have I to do with thee? Mine hour is not yet come." By the way, according to some research, in the ancient days or in the culture of Israel, the reason why Jesus Christ called Mary as woman in this passage instead of calling her mother, it's because in those occasions, the woman and the men are separated. So it's like this. So on this side are men, on the other side are women. So the women are not allowed to enter the area of men, and same is true, the men are not allowed to enter the area of the women. So this is a public place, meaning if the woman enters to the place of men, she became a stranger unto them. That's the reason why Jesus never addressed Mary on that moment as mother, because it is based on the culture of the Israelites. Okay, it's a public area, so Mary entered the place of men. So that's according to the research. Now this is continue.
Same lang pala sa James Orthodox Pastor.
Yeah, it's the same. Even in synagogue today, the men are separated into women. Women are not allowed to enter the area of men. That's why in other places, there's a curtain separating the men and the women. So women, you are not allowed to enter, or else it doesn't matter what our blood relationship. You became a stranger because this is public area or public place. Okay, gets natin? Alright, so what else? Let's continue on. "And Jesus said unto her, Woman, what have I to do with thee? Mine hour is not yet come." So when you're reading this passage, it seems that Jesus Christ doesn't know this lady, this woman, Mary. When you read between the lines, Jesus addressed Mary as a stranger. "Woman, what have I to do with thee?" And then verse 5, his mother, can you see the transition from woman to mother? Now this is the narration. "So his mother said unto the servants, Whatsoever he said unto you, do it." So that's very important. Later on we will explain that. "And there were set there 6 water pots of stone." 6 water pots of stone. So like this. Now what is this? This is not the original jar. They uncovered a stone jar in this place, but the original one was brought to London. So the original one is displayed right now in London Museum, National Museum. So this one is just a replica of the original stone jar that they uncovered in this area. Okay, this is not original, replica lang. This is only a copy. Okay, guess niyo? Gets? So because a lot of people thought this is the original one, but it's not. Okay, so that's why it's very important that your guide know the reality. All right, what else? 6 water pots. Now listen to this, very important. 6 water pots of stone, after the manner of the purifying of the Jews. So that stone jar and the water in that jar, that is not a drinking water. It's a water for cleansing, for washing. It is a tradition of the Jew even today. Before they enter, especially the holy place, they have to wash first their hands, feet, and their face. So it's the same also in the Muslims. Before they enter the mosque, they have to wash their faces, their hands, and their feet. So we can trace that, go back in the ancient days. So that water in the stone there, that's for washing, for cleaning. Okay, it's not a drinking water. That gives a different perspective in this story because it's not a drinking water. What else? Containing 2 or 3 firkins apiece. Jesus said unto them, fill the water pots with water, and he filled them up to the brim, so punong-puno, umapaw. And he said unto them, draw out now and bear unto the governor of the feast, and they bear it. Now try to imagine, if you're the governor, and you would know that that cup of water that binibigay sa iyo came from the stone jar, that is not a drinking water, what would you thought? It's a sign of disrespect to the most noble guest of that wedding. Why are you giving such kind of water? But what happened next? Listen to this. When the ruler of the feast had tasted the water, take note, the water that was made wine, so from water it became wine, and knew not, he doesn't know whence it was. That it came from the purified, from the stone jar, that is only for washing. But the servants which drew the water knew. The governor of the feast called the bridegroom, and said unto him, every man at the beginning doth set forth good wine, and when men have well drunk, then that which is worse, but thou hast kept the good wine until now. So this is very surprising, because in the ancient time, the host tend to serve the very good wine in the beginning. So if they were drunk, kapag yung taste bud nila ay ng wine, so they can serve the worst one or the wine that is not good, and they will never feel it. However, the governor, na-feel niya na parang walang pagbabago doon sa taste ng wines. It remains good until the end or at the very last. And said unto him, we are in verse 11. This beginning of miracles did Jesus in Cana of Galilee, and manifested forth his glory, and his disciples believed on him. So this is the reason why we say this, a miracle turning water into wine, this is the first ever miracle did by Jesus Christ here in the weddings of Cana. Now, few practical